Hi, this is Sherry. Veronica, 3 Barbadians had to come up with money for a fine, and then they had some of their money that they were trying to leave Barbados with. They had some of that taken away from them, okay? I already told you when you are young and you're heading to Canada, and I told you this before. If you are young and you're heading to Canada talking about you're a business person, having a lot of US cash, they don't pay US money in Barbados. Barbados has its own currency. So you're walking around with US cash and think that they're not going to spot you, you're not going to be targeted. They're watching you, okay? Well, these three, Brandon, Ben, Jade, Best. Brandon is 20, Jade is 23, and Jabari, Best, 37. They all got nabbed. They had to pay, all three of them had to pay a fine of $500, plus Brandon Ben had to come up with $3,500. He didn't have to come up with it. They took it from him. They took $3,500 from him. I don't know if out of the 4,800 US he had, if that's what they took in US or if they took it in Barbadian. They didn't say. They're not saying. But $3,500 was taken from Brandon Ben. Jade Best, Brandon is 20, by the way. Jade Best, she is 23 years old, out of St. George. Ben is out of St. Peter. So Jade had to come up with $3,200, okay? She was traveling with $4,500 in US. Oh, I didn't know that you had to go to the central bank to have the Exchange and Control Authority give us the go ahead. That's what she's saying. She's crying ignorance. That's what she's crying. The other one is saying, let's go back to Brandon Ben. He is saying that it was spending money and to pay for accommodations. I just want Brandon to know that when you have accommodations abroad, you have to have a credit card because they hold onto money from your credit card, okay? You don't just show up somewhere and decide, oh, I'm going to go here, there, or anywhere. When you go to a foreign country, they want to know that you already have made accommodations and they want to know where. So that has to be done from your start point, and the start point is Barbados, and they usually use a credit card, okay? So you don't just go around and say, oh, it's for accommodations. That does not work. You need to come up with better. I'm just trying to help you out. You guys need to come up with better excuses, okay? Just come up with a better excuse. Okay, let's go on to the last one. The last one is Jabari DeMario Best. He is 37 years old, okay? 37. So he had to come up with the $500 fine, and then they took $5,000 from him. Now Jabari, okay, let's go back. Yeah, Jabari was traveling with $4,500 in Bajan dollars, and he had, what did he have? And he had $4,100 in US dollars. Okay, he had, okay, yeah. Let me say that again. Let me correct myself. Jabari had $4,500. I think I said that, and $4,500 in Barbados dollars, and $4,100 in US dollars. Okay, he had a combination of Bajan and US dollars, and he told the police that his money came from working and he intended to use it for travel expenses. Okay, that's not going to work. Saying that does not work. Okay, you need to have credit cards. If you're working with cash, everyone knows what that cash is going for, where you're taking that cash. Okay, you need to come up with a better strategy. You're being watched. I've already told you that. If you're leaving Barbados and going to Canada, they're watching you. Okay, so they had to come up with $500 in a fine, okay, each, plus the money they had. They took part of that money from them, and like I said, they're not saying if they're taking Bajan or US, but they had some of their money was confiscated. It's done, it's gone. Okay, so this one now, this particular person now, since we're talking about excess cash, since the subject is excess cash, I wanted to focus on him. And his parents probably they're handling money. They have to be handling money, and he's showing it off. And I want whoever knows him to tell his parents probably not to give him that much money, or if they have that much cash and they're giving it to him, have him not show it off the way he is. Okay, so this is just to let them know that he's out there, you know, showing off. Yeah, he's showing off. Okay. And this is in relation to having excess cash. I don't know who he is, but he has a whole lot of cash, and he put himself on video, and he uploaded it on social media. See? He uploaded it on social media. So whoever his parents are, they should be aware of what he did, and let him know, yes, we are handling money. Yes, and we're giving it to you because we have a lot of it. But let him know that he's just he's making himself a target, and you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. Have him be more, you know, chill. Tell him to chill with it. You know, okay, you know, tell him just chill. You know, he has a whole lot of cash, but chill with it. And these three that went to Canada, tell them they have to come up with better excuses and saying that you were ignorant of the law. That doesn't help you. You know, be ignorant to the law. It's not ever going to help you. Not ever going to help you. And when you're going to a foreign country, you cannot walk with accommodation money. You have to have a credit card. That's something that's done with a credit card, because they hold the days that you're going to be at the hotel, even if you're going to be at someone's house, you know what they call it, whatever they call it. They still hold that time that you're there. If you're there for 7 days, 10 days, they hold that against a credit card. You don't walk with cash and pay nothing with cash. Okay, so come up with better excuses. This is Sherry Veronica.